Administrative Professionals Day is widely observed in many workplaces in the United States and other countries worldwide. Many employers arrange events to show their appreciation of the work carried out by administrative professionals, highlight their importance to the organization, and enhance their work-related skills. You may be asking yourself, where the heck did this day originate from? And I've done my research. I found out for myself. What I learned is during World War II, there was an increased need for skilled administrative personnel, particularly in the United States. The National Secretaries Association was formed to recognize the contributions of secretaries and other administrative personnel to the economy, to support their personal development, and to help attract people to the administrative careers in the field. The first National Secretaries Day was organized in 1952 in conjunction with the United States Department of Commerce. As the organization gained international recognition, the event became known as Professional Secretaries Day. Then in 2000, the name was changed to Administrative Professionals Day to keep pace with the changing job titles and expanding responsibilities of the modern administrative workforce. Many work environments worldwide now observe this event, as do we here at WZ. Join me now in getting to know the extraordinary ladies and gentlemen of WZ. Here, we're celebrating their contribution to our organization and recognizing these people making the first contact with clients and customers and acting as the face associated with WZ. They keep our clients and customers satisfied and calm no matter the chaos happening behind the scenes, and often take the blame for circumstances outside of their control. They're hard workers whose tough job is often overlooked, which is why these administrative professionals have a whole day now dedicated to themselves.
Thank you for joining us today. Today I have here with me Patty Mathieson. Patty, tell us a little bit about your career path.
Yeah, absolutely, Amanda. Well, I started right out of high school. College was not really an option for me. So started off in the administrative world and got a lot of hard knocks along the way. I eventually transitioned into becoming a trade show manager for many years, which I absolutely loved and had the opportunity to travel. Gave me a lot of independence as well. Eventually, I ended up at WZ in a sales and marketing role, really gravitated towards the marketing. So I've been with WZ now for 17 years and have slowly increased in responsibilities, and it's been awesome. So I'm currently their marketing manager.
All right, next, I'd love to introduce you to Sue Thompson, the infamous Sue Thompson. Welcome, Sue.
Thank you.
Sue is our office manager. Sue, tell us a little bit about your career path and what got you here.
Well, I have worked for WZ for half my life. I started 25 years ago. I've always been in admin positions, and this opportunity came up right after I got married. I was looking to not work in downtown Chicago anymore, and I started with WZ as the seminar coordinator. Did that for 13 years, and then the office manager position opened up, and I've been doing that ever since.
Okay, I have to ask. I get this question so much. Sue Thompson, Dave Thompson.
Not related.
Not related. We are debunking that myth.
I'd be proud to be his mom, but I am not.
Oh, you could be his sister, girl. Come on, give yourself some slack there. All right. Sue Thompson is not Dave Thompson's relative in any way, shape, or form. All right. Very good. So as you reflect on your career, you spend a lot of time here at WZ. What do you attribute your success to?
I think organization first and foremost. I'm a very organized person. I love a good process, procedure. I think that gets me far. I'm kind of the go-to, hey, where is this? And I know where it is. I've got the process down. I think as far as management goes, probably my empathy with my coworkers and especially the people that I manage. Just having that empathy to understand the full picture of what's going on in their lives.
All right. Joining us today, we have Emily Kuhn, Association Manager with the International Association of Interviewers. Welcome, Emily.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Love to hear a little bit about your career path. What got you to where you are today?
Sure. So everything comes full circle, and I feel like this did. When I was in high school, I worked at the police department from the town I grew up in. I was a police explorer in their cadet program, was super interested and wanted to get into law enforcement. Went to college, studied psychology, ended up getting married, having kids, so decided to stay home with them and sold some real estate, got into the association management world. And then when it was time to look for something new and I stumbled across this job, it was really nice to be able to connect prior passions with what I'm doing now.
All right. Next up, we have Kelly Pate. She is our client relations representative. Welcome, Kelly. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Kelly, share with us a little bit about your journey, your career path.
So I started out having a love for the criminal justice system back in high school. I randomly took a criminal justice class to fill an elective space, and a project was assigned where we had to interview a judge. So I went to the Markham County courthouse and I interviewed a judge, and the case I sat in on was actually of a school bus driver that was accused of molesting a little girl.
Oh, wow.
So I was so intrigued because I felt so terrible for the prosecuting attorney. Actually, he was a new, younger attorney. He was sweating profusely and very nervous. And I felt for him and I felt for the little girl. And ever since then, I've had an interest in wanting to, put the bad guys away.
Yeah, or be an advocate.
Exactly. So then after high school, I had my son very early in life. I became a single mom at 21.
Okay.
So it changed my career path a little bit because I looked for full-time employment instead. And I ended up in the international shipping industry. I worked in documentation and customer service and eventually outside sales. So I worked my way up through the industry that way.
All right. Hi, Mercedes. How are you?
I'm good, Amanda. How are you?
Very good. Thank you for joining me today. We have Mercedes joining us from the office. So welcome, welcome. Merce, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. First of all, I'm the longest employee at Wicklander. It was kind of a weird way that I got to Wicklander, but started back in 1976, I believe. Right after high school, I, did not know what I wanted to do. So I ended up starting out at Marshall Fields, State Street store, went down to Marshall Fields, ended up becoming a tour guide and information girl. And it kind of went from there because I, for a couple times thought, oh, I think I'm going to leave and I'm going to go to school and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And as it ended up, I went from a tour guide, information girl and tour guide into their credit department. And then from their credit department, I ended up in their corporate office, working actually in HR. That kind of started off there, spent maybe about a year there. And then one of the executives from that corporate office was going back to the main State Street store to be in the executive office. And he asked me to come with and work with him and another gal. So that was for the president of Fields. And then once that boss left, I thought, what am I going to do? I didn't know if I'd be able to work for the next president. And I did for a while, but then his person came over from where he used to be. So she came with him. So I ended up getting a job with the vice president of loss prevention. And he was pretty big in the industry. It was Lou Sheely, one of the best bosses ever. God rest his soul. He was so wonderful to me. But that's how I ended up in loss prevention. And then once Fields got sold, we were no longer able to have our positions in the executive office. And so then they kind of told everybody, you have to find something else in the organization or go. So then I ended up with Wicklander because Wicklander was one of our vendors. And I ended up going with Wicklander, and it's been over 30 years. So.
And you are the accountant extraordinaire.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't go that far, but I actually do do some things in accounting, do payroll, and a couple of other things. We kind of we all wear more than one hat
We do.
at Wicklander. So you kind of get involved in a lot of different things, but I love it. I love it.
Very good. Very good. Well, I appreciate that.